Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So, on the undercard of Anthony Joshua versus Oleksandr Usyk, we have the return of Callum the Plank Smith to look forward to. Obviously the last time we saw this guy in the ring was last December, when he put up a putrid effort against Canelo Alvarez. In that fight, it appeared to me that he was really only there for the payday, and winning wasn't really important to him. I mean, he took that fight on 4 weeks' notice. He was really just there to secure the bag, and his performance left a bad taste in a lot of boxing fans' mouths. Me personally, I said before that fight, it would basically be Manny Pacquiao Joshua Clottey 2.0. Callum would go in there and do absolutely nothing, and that's exactly what we saw. So, me personally, I wasn't as disappointed that night as many people were, as it was what I was expecting. But, Callum Smith returns on the Joshua Usyk undercard, and he is going to be fighting Lenin Castillo, and this fight will actually be at light heavyweight. And that is going to be Callum Smith's new division from here on out. Obviously, Callum was a massive 168 pounder. Towards the end, I really wondered how that guy actually made weight, given being like 6'3", whatever he is. He's a big dude. So, in all seriousness, I think the move to light heavyweight should be a good thing for him. He doesn't have to cut those extra 7 pounds, and that's a big deal, obviously. So yeah, he starts his new campaign at light heavyweight against Lenin Castillo. Lenin Castillo is no great shakes, to be honest. He's basically like a trial horse, a gatekeeper. Most notably, he actually fought Dimitri Bivol for the light heavyweight title and basically lost every single round, and I believe he got dropped in that fight as well. But ultimately he got schooled and completely outboxed. Lenin Castillo also actually lost to Marcus Brown on points. He actually managed to drop Marcus Brown, but the point I'm making, Lenin Castillo is basically a trial horse at 175. If you're any good, you're going to beat him. So, it's that sort of comeback fight for Callum Smith. Stylistically, this fight should be quite kind to Callum Smith. Lenin Castillo's not exactly a quick fighter. He's not exactly elusive. He's quite straight up and down. So Callum should win this fight comfortably and, maybe even look good in the process. The only thing I will say for Lenin Castillo's sake is that he's actually quite tough. And from what I remember, he actually has a pretty decent punch as well. So yeah, it's the standard comeback fight for Callum Smith. Given Callum Smith's previous performances in his last few fights, I'm not exactly counting on Callum to really make a success of the light heavyweight division. Obviously, he had that poor performance against Canelo, but even the fight before that against John Ryder, I felt he clearly lost that fight. Callum's not looked good for a long time, and for me, he's been far too inactive. I recall when this guy was coming up on Sky Sports, he had so much hype around him, and it took him years to actually step up for a title. He actually became mandatory for the WBC title like in 2014, and when did he win his world title? 2018 in the World Boxing Super Series. To me, Callum's never really displayed the adequate desire and ambition that a world-class fighter should have. To be honest, I found his career to be extremely underwhelming, to this point at least. But he's actually made another change. Not only is he changing weight, he's actually changed trainer as well. He's no longer with Joe Gallagher. He's now with the well-known American trainer Buddy McGirt, who most recently trained Sergey Kovalev. On paper, I'm not really sure whether that link-up is going to work, to be honest. I don't really see Callum Smith as a Buddy McGirt type fighter, but Buddy McGirt does like to get guys to kind of get back to basics and fall back on their boxing ability, utilise the jab, which is something Callum Smith, in my opinion, doesn't do anywhere near enough. He's 6'3", but his jab, in my opinion, is nowhere near as developed as it should be, and he doesn't use it as consistently as he should do. So maybe Buddy McGirt can actually bring Callum out to use his range, his height and reach, and in my opinion, he'll certainly need to do that in the light heavyweight division. Callum is a pretty decent mid-range fighter, good counter left hook, but I don't think he can afford to really be playing that sort of game at light heavyweight with these massive punchers and strong dudes. So who knows, maybe Buddy McGirt actually is the right fit for Callum Johnson, but we shall see. I'm not expecting too much, but potentially down the line we could get some interesting domestic fights involving Callum Smith, such as Callum Smith versus Joshua Buatsi. That'll be an interesting fight. But yeah, share your thoughts below. What do you make of this news? Are you excited by this news? Or like me, are you taking this sort of comeback with a grain of salt and not really expecting too much? Share your thoughts below. It's been your guy Delboy. Peace.